Welcome to Waco. Just kidding, this is Waco. Welcome to Waco, and there's much more to this town than the Magnolia silos. Of course, we are going to stop there, but I'm going to show you a few more things to do when you're in the heart of Texas, aka Waco, Texas. Let's go have fun. This is my first stop on my trip to Waco, and Chip and Joanna Gaines at Magnolia. You got some competition here. The first thing on our list is the Homestead Craft Village at Homestead Heritage, and it's 15 minutes north of downtown Waco. It features shopping, dining, tours, classes. It's a peaceful agrarian community that has many really cool buildings to tour and shop, including a quilt and fabric store, a general store, a market grocery place, gift barn, blacksmithing, basketry, fiber crafts, woodworking, pottery, a gristmill, and tea house, plus there's plenty of food options, including a barbecue place, a waffle place, and an actual sit-down restaurant. This is my favorite spot. It's a very pretty country place to explore with many handcrafted items. Two of my favorites being this wooden toy car and this learning how to tie knots. They also host 2 festivals a year, one being an annual Homestead Fair in late November and a sorghum festival in September. There is so much to see here, and I didn't even film half of it. Many more buildings and even classes you can take are available. Any interest in homesteading, farming, or want to get out of the concrete jungle? This is a good place to stop. Now let's drive into the heart of Waco. And we find ourselves at thing to do number 2, the McLennan Courthouse. As there's a siren in the background, this is a pretty cool courthouse. Definitely different than the other Texas-style courthouse like in Waxahachie or Dallas. They have a similar look. Excuse the siren. This one looks a little bit more like DC. Built in 1901 and 1902, this courthouse was built during the peak of Central Texas cotton wealth and is made of steel, limestone, marble, and Texas red granite, which from the looks of it, attracts pigeons. Lots and lots of pigeons. Oh, and like a lot of things in this area, we are on the Chisholm Trail. Okay, next. Number 3. I am at the Dr. Pepper Museum. Let's go see what it is. Built in 1906, this building, the Artesian Manufacturing and Bottling Company, was the first building dedicated to the manufacturing of Dr. Pepper. Now a public museum since 1991, this museum is a very thorough museum experience, taking you through not only the history of Dr. Pepper, but also the soft drink industry itself. Oh, and there's an actual well inside too. Did you know there was a time where carbonated drinks were thought to hold cures for fever, scurvy, kidney troubles, and even stress? Maybe back when soda didn't have high fructose corn syrup as a second ingredient. There is tons of information to browse through, so if you have a short amount of time here, you won't be able to read 1/50th of the information here. There are 2 levels to the museum, first having the history of soft drinks, the old corner drugstore facade, and a view of the actual manufacturing room with the equipment and the well. In fact, Waco used to be called Geyser City because of all of the artesian wells. When standing near the well, be sure to turn your ears on, as they have audio of what it would actually sound like in the manufacturing room. The museum, which costs $10 to enter, includes a fresh Dr. Pepper made right in front of you with syrup and added carbonated water. This is in the other building, where you can also get a very delicious float, which is discounted with your ticket. Here you can also see a bottling machine in action, which I really enjoyed watching. Well, that took way too long. That took forever to get this. But they made it with the syrup in the bottom, and then they added carbonation. So it was actually really kind of cool. Pretty day. That's all behind me right now. But I'm going to take my first taste of it. Let's see how it tastes. That's really good. Reminds me of summertime. Cool backdrop. That's actually really good. Worth the wait? It took way too long. They had one guy making it and another lady tried to come help, but she was busy doing other stuff, so. But yeah, so really good. Okay, so with a fresh Dr. Pepper in hand, let's walk 2 blocks over to the Magnolia Silos and Market. Number 4 on our list. I had no idea what to expect, as I didn't look at videos prior or hadn't really studied it. I just knew it's a must stop in Waco. Hello from the Magnolia Silos. I was happily surprised at how pretty it was. They had a lot of things to look at for such a relatively small area, tons of shopping, and insanely long lines to go along with that. Good food trucks, a courtyard where families can play cornhole or soccer or just sit in cute chairs and watch their children play. Then continuing south from there, you come to a church and the surrounding mini shops. The quality of items was very good, but there are no deals here, which you can't expect in a place like this. There was also a mini baseball field that was full of happiness. According to their website, the goal of Magnolia is to inspire people to create a home and life they love, as home is their favorite place to be. The beginning of their Magnolia manifesto goes, "We believe in home, that it should restore us from today and ready us for tomorrow." I didn't think the Magnolia place would be that cool, but it's pretty cool. It's mostly just the aesthetic of it. And it smells really good too. And there's flowers. And it's really cute. So it's very aesthetic, but it's cute. Okay, but it's slightly past lunchtime for me, so I grabbed some mac and cheese and a tea to take to the Brazos River on our next stop. But first, let's recap Magnolia as I walk 2 blocks back to my car. It's like Disneyland in a lot of ways. Lines, things are expensive, but things are cute, and it makes you want to buy things. It's expensive, but it is expensive things, so it is worth what you're paying for. It's not just like cheap old plastic. I feel like it's a little bit of a millennial haven. Sorry to say that. And there's some people that dress all out for it. It's definitely worth a stop here if you're in Waco. Parking can be a bit of a nightmare. You can pay for parking, or if you can just like shark around, you can find some street parking for free. And I found one between the, there it is, the Dr. Pepper Museum and Magnolia. So I got myself some mac and cheese and sweet tea, and I'm going down to the river and the suspension bridge to go eat there and enjoy the rest of my day here in Waco. Welcome to the Waco Riverwalk, where we will find our next 3 destinations as well as cool other sites. Decided to have my lunch, which is the cheese, and my sweet tea. Quick rating on the macaroni. So much pepper. Not much cheese compared to the pepper. So, would I get it again? No, and it is a lot, so it's a lot of pepper compared to my tea glass. Thing to see number 5. Another spot to stop is Another spot to stop is where history meets trains. By the Brazos River, and this is branding the Brazos. The sculpture group includes 3 riders on horseback and a herd of 25 longhorn cattle. But where are all these cattle going? Oh, across the suspension bridge, you say? Which, if you guessed, is also along the Chisholm Trail. Number 6 is to walk the 475-foot Waco Suspension Bridge. Behind me is the first suspension bridge over this Brazos River, and it was the longest single-span bridge in the world at the time it was built. It was built by the same man who built the Brooklyn Bridge. You can see turtles and ducks, and there's lots of stuff to see on the outer side of it, including one that I'm going to go to now, which is a whole bunch of zoo animals. Statues. Number 7, we walk down the pretty Riverwalk to see the statues. Like, this is the first one, and you can see more down the way. In total, there are 28 statues made by leading artists across the United States. A thing to do, number 8, Waco Mammoth National Monument. I am now at Waco Mammoth National Monument. It was $6 to get in the dig shelter. They bring you in by groups. There were 16 mammoths discovered between 1978 and 1990. There's more than just mammoth fossils here too. There's also a western camel, dwarf antelope, American alligator, giant tortoise, and the tooth of a saber-toothed cat. I saw some mammoth bones in the ground. I mean, $6 and a nice little walk out, and if your kid loves fossils or if you just want to see fossils, but it used to be just a city park for a while until it became a national monument. It was cool. Saw it once. I don't need to see it again, but I would walk the park because it's really pretty and really quiet. It smells really good too. Waco is a cool town. I would definitely come here and visit again. Thanks for watching 8 Things to Do in Waco, Texas. See you in the next video.